everybody that's on the line, just so everybody knows. Myself and Sam from the city, along with Amy Peterson and Sarah Carlson. And then this is also on in the city council chambers, just in case anybody wanted to attend an in-person. Dan Lytle, and Jason Stroud, sorry, is also on from the city. Dan Lytle is here, Joel Folsom, Joel and Josh Lowe, and Ken Witt. Joel Palmquist. So, and then, like I said, Paul Schwayback is on as well. So that is the roll call. I think the first thing we need to do is to make appointments. We need a chairperson and a public member. So Joe and Paul and Dan, I don't know if you have anybody that you guys would want to nominate for the, well, I think Paul Schwayback is the public member usually, but anybody for the chairperson?
I move that we select Paul as the chairperson.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. I guess if anybody has any issue with that, go ahead and speak up now. Otherwise, Paul will be the public member. All right, carried. So now on to chairperson.
I thought that was chairperson.
Oh, was that no? That's the public member. Paul was the public member. I'm sorry. Did you say chairperson?
Yeah, I thought that one, the motion was for the chairperson. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we would have to do that first, and then the chairperson. You can still make Paul the chairperson.
He can be both.
We'll move both.
Oh, it looks like Sean is on now. Okay, so Paul is the chairperson, and so public member. Do we want to have Paul be he's usually the public member that we have on.
Yes, I would move that Paul be the public member also.
Okay.
Second.
Second. All those in favor, or if you have anything to say? All right, carried. All right, got through that. Good. So I think that now we will move on to the report that Sam has put together on the TIDs. I sent out all of the information yesterday, should have received it in an email, including the presentation. So Sam, I will let you take it away.
All right, give me one moment here. All right, well, thank you very much for allowing me to present to you guys today. My name is Sam Hosser. I'm the senior accountant here at the city. What brings us all together today is Wisconsin Statute 66.1106, which states that the Joint Review Board must meet annually when annual reports become available to review the performance of each district governed by the board. So we've provided to you guys last night, I believe, the DOR filing, which is the PE 300, the TID overview fact sheet, along with the compiled 2019 financial statements for each of the TIDs that we report to the DOR. So there's 9 TIDs, and for each of them, I put together a brief overview, including a map, project highlights for each of the TIDs, and budget highlights for the 21-22 budget for each of the TIDs. So without further ado, I'll jump right into TID number 5 here. TID number 5 was created in 1994. It runs just on the south side. I believe you guys are able to see my mouse here, just on the south side of Highway 35, with Kilcarney Golf Course being on the east side of it. It had a base value in 1994 of just under $500,000. And as of July 2020, had a current value of $27.5 million. Projects of note that have taken place in the TID include the construction of the building at 255 Prairie Drive, which is currently occupied by NCCM. The building at 674 Highland Drive, which is now occupied by AMS, was built in 2008. And in 2013 and 2014, the expansion of the Paulson and Radio Road intersection. Budget highlights for TID number 5 include $970,000 of tax increment revenue for 21 and 22 combined. Approximately half of that will go towards debt service of the 2014 general obligation bond, and the other half will go towards repaying the advance from the general fund. TID number 6 is located just south of downtown. If you can see my pointer here, this is Main Street here, so it is just to the east of that and just to the west of Spruce Street, or I guess Spruce Street rather dissects the middle of it. This right here is the building that Juniors, Best Western, and I believe Anytime Fitness is in. This is the service station on the corner, and this is the building occupied by Jimmy John's. The TID was created in 2005. At the time had a base value of just under $1 million and has a current value as of July of just over $10.5 million. The two projects of note in the district are the two buildings I just pointed out. The building with Best Western, Juniors, and Anytime Fitness was constructed in 2009, and also the building with Jimmy John's in it was also constructed in 2009. Budget highlights for the district include $372,000 of tax increment revenue, most of that going towards debt service. TID number 8 is located on the south side of Lake George. Here's Winter Street, which dissects the TID, and it was created in 2010. The TID at the time had a base value of $1.3 million and has a current value of $5.1 million. Projects of note in the district include the apartment buildings that were constructed at 205 and 215 West Cascade. These apartment buildings replaced single-family homes at the time. And also the construction of the trail along Lake George leading up to Family Fresh. Budget highlights for the TID include $140,000 of tax increment revenue over 2021 and 2022 combined. Most of this will go towards the repayment of debt for capital improvements made in Glen Park, which is within the 1/2 mile radius of the district. TID number 9 is next to TID number 8, and it is along the eastern side of Lake George, kind of sandwiched in between Lake George here and Main Street is kind of what I'm drawing or tracing right here. It was constructed in 2011, at the time having a base value of $4.7 million and having a current value as of July of 8.6. Project highlights for the district include the building that Family Fresh occupies being refurbished in 2012, a traffic signal being installed on West Walnut Street, and the city purchasing the property along Lake George and finishing construction on a trail there in 2018. Lastly, there is the back side of the Family Fresh, which was formerly occupied by Pizza Hut. Fairview is planning to open a clinic in the spring of 2021. TID number 9 budget highlights include $124,000 of increment revenue. About half of it is going to debt service, and the other half, or excuse me, $100,000 is going to debt service during the year, and $140,000 is expected to go to the developer to reimburse them for their expenses. TID number 10 is on the north end of town, was created in 2014, and Highway 35 kind of creates the southern boundary, and the northern boundary here is created by Chapman Drive. It had a base value at creation of $133,000 and has a current value of $24.5 million. Projects of note in the TID include TW Vending finishing construction on their building in 2017, construction of Winfield Solutions Research Lab in 2018, and also in 2018, the construction of the building occupied by SCVBI. Oh, excuse me, I'm blowing past stuff. I want to take a moment and notice that TID 10 has a rather large deficit balance or investment by the city. As part of that, I think, Carrie, would you be able to throw in some detail here about future and upcoming projects that we're hoping help to create more increment revenue?
Yeah, of course. If you want to go back to the picture of the, yep. So there's a few updates that I can give on projects that are happening in the Sterling Ponds Corporate Park. So TW Vending, they did build on 11 acres in 2017, and at the end of last year, at the end of 2019, they signed a developers agreement with the city of River Falls to add an additional 4 acres next to their site, which is now has been transferred into their name. And the developers agreement, in the developers agreement, they state that they will add on to their existing building, and they have until the end of 2024 to do that. So it's a few years out yet, but we will be seeing development from them in the future. Also, if you can see in the picture where it says Sutherland Avenue, that piece where the avenue is on, that's a approximately 5 acre lot. And at the end of 2019, the city also entered into a developers agreement with a company called the Polvolny Group. And they are in the process of getting their design together to build an approximately 60,000 square foot industrial building that will house different industrial tenants. And the city is working with them to go through development review this winter, and the plan is for them to start construction in the spring. Finally, the lot where it says Casey Street, that kind of misshapen lot right there, and the lot to the south, both of those 2 lots for the past approximately 2 years have been under an option agreement. And the option agreement runs out January 1st of 2021, and we were just notified by the company that holds that option that they will not be renewing that option. So those 2 lots will go back onto the market, and it's been the first time they've been on the market for a couple of years. So there has been some activity in Sterling Ponds Corporate Park, and we will see more in the future. I also wanted to point out where the homes are to the, what is that? If you could, yeah, thank you, Sam. Over in this area, it looks open right now, but actually all of the lots have been sold and have been built upon to finish out that Sterling Ponds neighborhood. So some of those home value is also included in this TID as well. So that's just a little bit of an overview of what's happening with the Sterling Ponds Corporate Park.
I think it's also important to note here that not just with this TID, but with all of our TIDs, we do expect them to not be at a deficit balance at the time we end up terminating them. So we do expect to have a positive fund balance eventually. So yeah, I don't believe I covered this previously, so I want to make sure I hit it. In 2021 and 2022, the city expects $832,000 of tax increment revenue from TID 10. A portion of that going towards reserves to begin eating away at that fund deficit. TID number 11 is located just north of downtown. What I'm tracing here is Main Street. To give everyone a little perspective, I believe this is the Best Made Cookie Factory. Walgreens, I believe, is this property here. And this would be the Supper Club and the strip mall to the south of it. This TID was created in 2015, and had a value at the time of $7.8 million, and has a current value as of July 2020 of $8.8 million. Projects of note in the district include storm sewers, that are slated to be reconstructed to the west of the TID. And the city also purchased 3 parcels in the Mounds View Drive area in 2018. Budget highlights for the district include $12,000 of tax increment revenue in both 2021 and 2022 combined. Most of this, or about $11,000 of it, is expected to go back to the general fund to repay an advance that the general fund provided to the district. TID number 12 is located to the west of town, just near Glover Drive, created in 2016. It was owned by the city and had a base value of 0. As of July, had a value of $2.3 million. And the project of note on this district is that Winfield constructed a research facility on the property in 2017. Budget highlights include $80,000 of tax increment revenue, most of which going towards reserves to begin chipping away at that deficit that you see at the top. TID 13 overlays a portion of TID number 5 and was created in 2018. Again, here's Highway 35 and here's Kilcarney Hills golf course. To give a bit of perspective, the base value of the district was $6.7 million upon creation, and has a current value as of July of $18.5 million. The project of note in this district is the Anchor Paper building, which was constructed in the summer of 2019. Budget highlights for the district include $263,000 of tax increment revenue. Approximately $200,000 of that is going towards reserves in 2021 and 2022 combined. TID 14 is located just to the north of City Hall and to the east of the Kinnickinnick River and Main Street here. What I'm tracing here is the Kinnickinnick and Main Street right here. City Hall is located just to the south of the district. This was created in 2018 with a base value of $73,000 and had a current value as of July 2020 of $1.6 million. The projects of note in the district include the City Station apartment complex, which has 24 market rate rental units, and the Depot development, which has 50 units of affordable housing for residents 55 years and better. Budget highlights for the district include $272,000 of tax increment revenue, most of which going towards debt service. And that concludes my my brief run through of each of the districts. I'm happy to open it up, and I believe all the city staff is available for questions. And we're also available for questions after this meeting takes place as well.
Push it. Get that in there. Push. I think we got it. Then we just gotta spread it out so we.
And with that, do you guys have any questions?
I have no questions at this time.
Joe, sorry, I think you're,
Muted. Oh, I was just thanking Sam for his presentation, and I have no questions. So,
Well, Paul, Mr. Chair, I would move to approve the resolution or acknowledging the filing of the annual reports.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion, the second. Any further discussion? All in favor, signifying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next, I don't have the agenda here, so if somebody help me out.
I believe the next item is to adjourn.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Dan. Is there a second?
Second.
I didn't see who that was, but there's,
It's Todd here.
oh, Todd, okay. It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We're adjourned.
thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, City.
Thank
Excellent
you.
job.
Thank you very much.
Okay.